Okay, it's very simple. Don't hire another copywriter, appointment setter, or virtual assistant before you watch this video. It's because in this video, I'll show you the outsourcing process of doom, how hiring the wrong person at the wrong time can lead to breaking your business, how the freelancer trap can actually keep you preoccupied with menial things instead of focusing on the core of your business, and how the 30K scaling roadmap can solve all of these problems in one simple process. So who am I even to talk about these topics on whom to hire in your coaching business? It's because me and my company, Hide Media, we have scaled multiple coaches to above 15K a month. You can see a couple of examples over here. So what even is the outsourcing process of doom? You see, as an online coach, you have a lot of responsibilities on your plate. It's no secret that you are the only person doing the marketing, the sales, the client delivery, and also the admin tasks. And all of these also come with overlap areas, which just lead to more stress and exhaustion. And all of this combined will lead you to become the overwhelmed coach, the prime example, exhibit A of the overwhelmed coach. And then following this logic, this will also lead to consequences of burnout, increased stress levels, decision-making, impaired decision-making, decreased job satisfaction, reduced productivity, and emotional exhaustion, quite frankly. Now, most people, when they get to this point, they actually become prone to the shiny object hire syndrome. This is something similar to the shiny object syndrome, where you jump from project and idea, business idea from business idea, when one of them gets hard, because there were unforeseen difficulties, which is just normal in business, but you still hop on to the next activity, to the next business idea. Now, the shiny object hire is something similar, because whenever your business gets hard, whenever the new marketing strategy, the new sales strategy becomes hard that you're just trying out, you essentially already are looking at appointment setters, virtual assistants, ad agencies, copywriters, and landing page designers to help you out and make your life easier just because they promise you the world and you believe them. But most of the time, this will only lead you to actually just hiring people without a real idea behind why exactly you hired them, real systems to support their work and make them as effective as possible. So without a solid business foundation, you will have no core business and eventually you will crash and burn. So what exactly is the freelancer trap that causes all of this to happen? What exactly is the freelancer trap that causes your business to crash and burn? So in this graph, you can see the exact responsibilities of a couple of hires that you could hire, a couple of freelancers that you could hire. So first, let's start with the appointment setters. As you can see, an appointment setter is essentially just executing two very small parts of the process. They are only responsible for the execution of handling and the messaging in your direct messages, or maybe even calling up a couple of leads. So they are only responsible for the execution of the inbound and outbound setting scripts. Now, depending on how good your scripts are, they might perform well or worse, depending on how good your process is to even facilitate their working environment. Like, the lists that you give them, the lead lists that you give them, how you manage them through go high level or prospect flow will essentially determine the success that they have. And as you can see, they only help you with a very small part of the process. Because just take a look at every single other step. If you don't have your content correctly, if you don't have your sales skills correctly, for example, then appointment setters just won't work, because they might book you the meetings, but if you can't convert them, then it's no use. And if your sales process is not correctly set up, they might not even be able to book you the meetings that they are hired to do. Now let's continue with virtual assistants. Virtual assistants are sort of like jokers, because they can be used almost everywhere where there are clear instructions, a step-by-step process, and only little to no creativity needed. Now, this is very specific, and this also shows you that if you don't have clear processes and systems in place, then forget about hiring a virtual assistant, because you will be concerned with managing them day and night and having no clear idea as to what exactly they should help you with, how you should build those systems even, and what essentially their purpose is in your business. Now let's go on with ad agencies. An ad agency is actually pretty useful because they can take care of the mechanism to get the right eyeballs. That is, traffic, because they can help you get the right traffic with paid advertisements, with the right targeting, and they can actually sort of take care of the process for you. But then again, you will see that if you don't have the mechanism to turn those eyeballs, the right eyeballs, into sales calls, and if you don't have the skills and mechanisms to turn those eyeballs and sales calls into cold hard cash, then you will never actually see like a good ROI on it, which you would expect whenever you are hiring an ad agency for thousands of dollars per month. So this is one thing to consider. But let's say that you are not really hiring an ad agency, you're just hiring a copywriter who maybe writes your ads, writes your landing pages and stuff like that. A copywriter will only take care of the lowest leverage tasks that there are in your business. They will only take care of the emails, long form content, video sales letter, and stuff like that. Maybe they could be also taking care of the Instagram stories, but let's say that they can only take care of this row over here, which means that every single row above that, so all of the strategy that goes behind the copywriting, all of the offers, the core business that you have, they are not touching on. And as I always like to say, a good copywriter can enhance a great offer and make it even better. However, a good copywriter will never turn a bad offer, something that people don't want, into something that's great. They might turn it into something that's okay-ish, but never into something that's actually good. So be careful of that and don't expect too much of each and every hire, because if you don't have the right systems in place, the right core business, the right offer, then they just won't work, no matter how much you pay them and how hard they try. So lastly, let's touch on the landing page funnel designer. This is a person who can help you to a great length in designing your landing page, actually preparing the funnel for you when making these adjustments. However, nowadays with Go High Level and ClickFunnels, you will have so much opportunity to just create these landing pages good enough for yourself while taking care of every single other aspects and focusing on every single other aspect in your business as well, then that it's most of the time not even relevant to hire a landing page funnel designer, except the case when you are already hiring a lot of team members, you have a big business going on above 40K a month, and you just want to take that extra step to having a landing page optimized. But besides that case, if you're just starting out, I would not recommend getting a landing page funnel designer for you. So lastly, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the growth partner agency. I'm a little biased here because me and my team, High Media, we are a growth partner agency, but essentially what we do, what we help coaches with, is designing their core offer and their core business so that every single step after that gets easier for them. It gets easier for them to get the right eyeballs on their offer because they actually have something that people want. It gets easier for them to have the right mechanisms to turn eyeballs into sales calls because their offer is constructed in a way, their CTAs are constructed in a way where people want to click yes, they want to book that call, they want to discuss more about their problems. And thirdly, it also gets easier to close those sales calls because people see the value, they have certainty in the offer, they have certainty that it will work for them, even at a higher cost. So this is what a growth partner agency does. It gives you a holistic help instead of just focusing on one part and negating everything else. We help coaches fix their problems from the root, instead of just fixating on the symptoms. So let me quickly show you the 30K scaling roadmap. So the 30K scaling roadmap starts with the root and then goes to everything else and then gets lost in the right details instead of getting lost in the details and hires that don't actually drive your business forward. So we start with defining your core offer and core business to make sure that it's something that people want and that it actually works in the market. This is the heart of your business. Then we lock in the mechanism to turn eyeballs into sales calls. This is sort of constructing the net before we go fishing for leads and sales calls, so that whenever we get the right eyeballs in step 3, then we already have something to catch them with and validate our perspective. So this is us screaming your offer and then people recognizing that, oh, that's me. And then fourthly, we will actually set up the system, the strategy to turn sales calls into cash. This is your sales process from the technical side of things. So how you actually collect payments, what sort of follow-up automations are included, what sort of pre-call testimonials we're sending the people hopping on sales calls so that they are not only qualified, but also ready to buy once they get to the call. And this is also the part where we perfect your sales skills. So this is the exact step-by-step process on how you can avoid the outsourcing process of doom and not become the crash and burn that most people are, and how you can actually avoid the freelancer trap and address your problems from the root instead of trying to fixate on menial things before fixing the main problem of your business, which is your core business, that being your ICP and positioning, and your core offer, to make sure that you're actually talking to people that want the certain thing that you are selling them, and you are talking to people who can pay for that thing. So if you found this video valuable, then drop a like below and subscribe to the channel. And if you're an online coach, consultant, or therapist under 15K a month, then you can also check out our website. This is the first link in the description, highDayMedia.com. And if you like what we do, if you like the testimonials, then schedule a discovery call. It's not a hard pitch. It's essentially just you and me going over your client acquisition system, what methods you are using currently, how to optimize them, and what sort of methods you could be using to explode your business in 30 days. And it's not a hard sell, it's just essentially just a quick conversation for us to see whether or not there is an opportunity to work together, whether or not it would make sense. But if not, that's perfectly fine. Have a nice day. Bye bye.